Hey guys, this is Faye from Facebook Media. Right now, I'm testing out a brand new feature from Pressmaster's AI called Twin. Here's what makes Pressmaster's Twin different than using ChatGPT alone to sound like yourself. With ChatGPT, you can definitely use samples, your writing, and your content, and ask it to imitate your tone. But every time you start a new prompt, you kind of have to remind ChatGPT of who you are. It's flexible, but not personal. Pressmaster's Twin, on the other hand, actually learns who you are and how you think, not just how you write. It studies your reasoning, your framework, and even your storytelling rhythm. Then it can create content like articles, newsletters, social posts with consistency and your voice. So instead of tweaking prompts inside ChatGPT, you are essentially working with your content twin, something that writes, reasons, and responds like you do. I'm testing it right now, and I want to show you behind the scenes of what it looks like, how you train your twin. Pressmaster's Twin feels less like an assistant and more like a content partner. Would you trust an AI twin of yourself to help you create? Let's find out.
This is the twin training, and what it does is utilize and absorb the content you have already created and make that be a point of reference so that the content created by Pressmaster is more authentically you. I'm testing this out for the first time. You know how it goes on FaceWorld. I don't want to just talk about the tools or features, and I actually want to see exactly how it works. As you guys know, I have generated a couple of articles so far using Pressmaster. Let's talk about your twins. When you click on twin on the left-hand side, you will have a brief intro. Meet your AI twin. It thinks like you, see what connect different ideas, and then explore your twin in 3D. So see what your twin knows visually, navigate that using this interactive tool. I'm intrigued by how we're going to train our content twin. Start training through interviews or custom input. So you can train it through guided interviews or upload custom materials such as notes, articles, videos, and others. You can chat with your twin, explore different ideas, create anything together, and let's get started. So when I click accept or okay, here I am. It says FaceWorld. Based on the existing content, I can click on decision pattern, branding, AI. All right, interesting. Reasoning style. So based on, again, a number of articles that I've created, were co-created with Pressmaster. I just want to click into it, like hook and content needs, brands. I can dive in deeper, small creators, major brands. On the upper right-hand corner, you will see Twin IQ score. My score is on the low side, a number between 0 and 200 that measures how well developed and authentic your brain intelligence is. And my goal is to improve that and increase that. At any moment you feel like this is just too much, you want an onboarding session, luckily, right now Pressmaster offers you this free onboarding session, and you will see that right here. You can schedule it directly via Calendly for your brand. There are different openings available. It looks like they're generally on Thursdays. All right, immediately after Twin IQ score, let's click on Train Your Twin. Right there in this icon, you have Twin chat and different settings. So what I want to focus now is actually train my twin. So I'm going to click on plus sign, add content to twin. You can add resources such as links. You can also add attachment. Maximum size is 30 megabytes. And you can also choose from a library. So here we have different pins. You have your posts. You have your articles. These are some of the posts I created previously. And here are some of the articles and different interviews. So I did use the interview feature when creating these articles. By the way, you can also simply click on this record icon and then directly talking to your twin. So how about I add a generic link right now? So first I'm going to go to faceworld.com. Let's add this link. As you can see, this is my homepage. Then I'm going to go to my AI hub. This is where I keep track of FAQs and the tools that we talk about and share. Look at that. That training took maybe a minute or so. And as soon as I did that, you can see there was a message and my twin IQ just went up. Now I'm going to import something else. At source right here. I'm going to add AI hub. Like I said, it's going to take a bit. While I do that, I'm actually going to go to my blog post and focus on some of the latest ones that I wrote. AI browser, latest perplexity, ultimate guide, like YouTube dynamic ad insertion. So that's a very specific post. The only thing I would say I wish they can do is to train the twin a little bit quicker, because I can see the need to insert a number of articles and interviews. I would also prefer that I can submit multiple links. So this could be, in a way, batch process as opposed to individual links and files. All right, went up to 52 point. Let me go ahead and add a individual article. This is a long form article. I want to scroll down just so you guys can see 8-10 pages there. I would say just by looking at twin training, I want to give it thorough content as opposed to just the homepage content or the landing page. I want something a little bit more extensive so it can learn my style. So this one, as you can see, is quite long. Let's click on Add to Twin. Now I want to focus on some of my YouTube content. I wonder what's going to happen if I put in a YouTube link. In this case, it's just my YouTube landing page. Something else that I am doing right now is to go into ChatGPT. And because I've been using ChatGPT for solid 2 years now with my pro account, a lot of questions have been asked, client projects as well. So I am putting in a prompt, as you can see here. Give me a summary from my chat history based on my writing style, ways of thinking, creator catalyst, what is it about? Wow, even grabbed one of the playbooks that we released very recently. Mother-daughter legacy, writing style and tone, philosophy, ways of thinking, AI-human collaboration. This is cool because I feel as of right now, the AI twin training is still very much focused on text content. For videos and audio, I haven't tried it out yet, but let's grab that. And this way I can literally just paste this whole thing in there. Currently, my twin IQ is 55. All right, check it out. After I input those additional information, the score went up to 68. Now, as you can see, I can keep going here. You can also choose from the libraries. Let me see the interviews. Another limitation based on 30 megabytes is that a lot of our video content will be a lot bigger than that, even some of our audio podcasts. Since 2014, we have over 350 episodes recorded with marketing gurus, educators, Seth Godin himself. Instead of downloading the audio piece, I can click on share. This is the URL and I can import that, have it scanned. Another option would be for me to grab the transcript. Look at that, scoring at 76. We don't really know what it all means yet. The last thing I will do is pasting my actual conversation with Dory Clark from this link right here with quotes and whatnot. I feel like this is gonna complete the picture even more. And scraping content, this will be the last piece of information that I give to Pressmaster's AI twin, and then we can have a conversation. Here are some tips to improve your twin IQ score, add more content materials, complete additional interviews, share notes, whatnot. Something else I realized I can add are the existing articles that I wrote. If you have already created quite a content, like 10, 12 pieces of content using Pressmaster, I feel like this process will be quite easy, but you can also bring in external content that you've written previously on your website. Without further ado, I feel like here we are, we can have a chat. Welcome, phase. We're ready to get started. So this is your space to train, explore, understand your twin. So first, I want to understand my twin. Before I can interact with it, I want to know what it knows and how it thinks. Perspective on AI, content style. Interesting. Let's explore some ideas together. What can I write or talk about next on phaseworld.com? A lot of us using Pressmasters as small business owners are thinking about content calendars, content planning, what is currently hot right now. So hot take, contrarian angles. It's scrolling pretty fast, as you can see. I want to show you this process. When I pause, we can take a look at what's interesting and what may be appealing. By the way, if you like certain ideas, you can pin it to a collection. You can copy it and paste it somewhere else, maybe with your content team. Let's take a look. Why AI won't replace you is an idea. The $500 to $1,000 content piece, what creators actually charge and why. Framework-driven content, so the different types of content that you can consider, from contrarian to framework-driven to tactical deep dives, etc. The 3-layer content stack, how to combine from podcast to media company. That's interesting. That's something I haven't really talked about or thought about as much. Here's another category of content, tactical deep dive, story-led. There are different categories, as you can see. Story-led is something that I truly believe in. Bridge content, let's just go over these. Bridge content, your superpower. From artists who think they're not technical and techies who think they're not creative. Human AI partnership, meta content. So my top 3 recommendations would be these 3. And I may feel very differently about this. What's resonating? Want to dig into any of these? And then I want to say, all right, this is the artist piece that I don't think I've written about, especially not on FaceWorld. Yeah, let's dive deeper into this one. So you see the difference is that when you chat with ChatGPT, Perplexity, and you do have an opportunity to build based on your content. But I think what's unique here within Pressmaster is the ability to focus on the content that you are working on, plus the back and forth interview process. I think it's fascinating as well. And it's up to you to compare and contrast the quality and the approach you like to work with AI tools. And I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below about what you've seen so far. Is this a tool that you generally would use? And if you have used Pressmasters in the past, how would you like to take advantage of this AI twin feature? Okay. So as it's generating content, I can't really just pause and read from the beginning. All right, let's take a quick look through what I ask. This is perfect for you. Why it matters. You combine mindset of CEO with the soul of artist, bridging artists and techies, and in my words, I think also artist and technology, the art and culture and business and the digital world. Here's a hook, the false binary. For artists who think they're not technical, your mother created Chinese empresses, pure artistry. Interesting. Even knows that. I wonder where I got the information from. I think it's probably from my ChatGPT readout. 3 tools every artist should master. So I love the idea. By the way, this is important because I write and talk about many different tools on my channel, whether it be YouTube or my blog post. It knows that not only I like to reflect based on my learnings, but I'm also giving and talking about specific tools for this. Part 2, for techies who think they're not creative, the bridge, how to combine this. The integration, which is your superpower, foundation, skills as tools, integration. It's very detailed, giving you the mission, the challenge, the promise. This is exactly how I will use AI to write. I don't think I ever want to use AI to write the entire piece of content. I will use any AI tool as an outline only and then complete the rest. This article is structured in framework and small lists because that's how I think. But at the heart of it, the belief that you can be both artist and technician, that's pure emotion, and that's the bridge. Do I say things like that? Yeah, I think something that would be different than what you read on some of the other blog posts. Why this will hit speaks to both sides of your audience. It knows that my audience is not necessarily the audience of one. My audience truly here at FaceWorld are small business owners, creators. There are a lot of parallels, even though they may come from different industries. It's deeply personal. That's true. It's tactical, so tools and framework. It positions you as the bridge, not just someone talking about bridging or bridges. It's contrarian without being preachy. Okay, so very cool. So I think this is a good starting point for sure. Do you want to start writing it, or should we dig even deeper into any specific piece? Okay, as I mentioned previously, I like to use this as a framework, as an outline. I'll write the piece. But for those watching this video, I really want to show you how far Pressmasters can go, just in case that you're someone or you're running a business that you would like Pressmasters to complete the entire piece. Yes, complete the entire article for me to review. Still thinking, still thinking. All right, here it goes. My story, when heritage meets innovation, give the background of why I care about artists, because my mom is one and I've been working with her quite extensively. And then is the tools and why, given my background as an Adobe ambassador, why I think artists should take advantage of that. So problem, reframe. Once again, remember that just because this is a draft, what I like is that you can actually continue to talk to your twin chat about changing the tone. Lately, as I've been writing for CNET, for ZDNet, and also most recently for PC Magazine, I think about the audience really differs quite significantly. For example, CNET is more consumer-based, that everyday folks are trying to learn more about technology, whereas ZDNet and PC Magazine are targeting decision makers. So I do have to choose a different tone. When you prepare these articles, it doesn't have to be a single tone or the same perspectives over and over again. You're able to talk to your twin and dial it back and forth while still being authentic to you. So I love this byline here. Look at the final prompt here. The complete article written in your voice, structured the way you think, with all the technical details and emotional resonance that makes your work distinct. Want me to adjust any sections so you can continue to tweak and go from there. I think looking at this tool, I like the interaction. I really like the visuals for me to click around and really see it. And the 3D effects, for me, it's fascinating so that I can see myself. I can really dive in, evaluate. They care about my audience, specific problem that I was solving for. I also mentioned some things that Pressmasters could improve upon. This is a brand new feature for Twin Chat, and I'm eager to see the evolution of this. I look forward to your feedback. If you like this video, check out the next one here on the screen, and I'll see you there. Bye.